Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to day 2 of putting it all together. We're putting together our slideshow presentation for our I Love New York project. And so here I am looking at Callie's, and this is where we left off from our class meeting yesterday. So now I'm just going to keep working on my slideshow and talking to you as I'm doing it. So I'm sitting here on the title page. My second slide is showing me the 3 regions that I'm choosing to work on. And then I went into my first region, which was the Greater Niagara region. I set up then, oh, there's an extra one in here, so I'm just going to delete it. Then I set up 3 slides, one for the Wild Center, one for the Lockport Locks and Erie Canal tours, and one for Maid of the Mist. And then I looked at my second body planner, which was the Finger Lakes region, and I created a slide for that one. Then I created 3 slides for the 3 places that I'm going in the Finger Lakes region: Watkin Glen State Park, Horning World's famous Museum of Glass, and the Strong's National Museum of Play. And finally, I'm going to add one more section for my Body 3 planner. I like that this was the transition slide for both of my regions, my Greater Niagara and my Finger Lakes. So I'm going to make it my slide for my Chattawaka Allegheny region as well. Instead of creating this whole slide over again, all I'm going to do is make sure it's highlighted. See, here it is in orange. I'm going to right click with my mouse and I get this whole bunch of choices. I'm going to come over to duplicate slide, which means I'm just going to make a copy of this slide exactly as it is. Boop, and I hit that, and look, now I got 2 of the same things. I'm going to scroll down to where I want it. I want it all the way down here. I'm going to make sure it's highlighted. See, it's in orange. I'm going to click it and hold it. I'm holding the button, and as I move my mouse while I'm holding the button, don't let go. See how it says move one slide? And you see that bar appearing? That's where you're putting that slide. So I want my slide all the way at the end. So here's my bar. I'm moving it. See, move one slide and that orange bar, and now I'm going to let go. So it drops it all the way down here. And now all I'm going to do is change the typing to the Chattawaka. CH. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, CH. AU. TAUQA. Chattawaka. ALLEGHENY. Region. Great. Okay, in a second. Now I'm going to create 3 slides for the 3 places that I'm going to visit in the Chattawaka Allegheny region. I don't think this is spelled correctly. I'm going to go back on the I Love New York website and figure that out. All right, so now I'm going to come over and I'm going to add 3 slides for the 3 places that I want to go in this region. So I'm going to hit this plus button up here. I'm going to hit it 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And now I've just made 3 more slides. And I'm going to write down the 3 places that I'm going to. Going to Holiday Valley. I'm going to the Zor Valley Canoe and Rafting. And I'm going to Griffiths. Ooh, and I'm not even typing. Okay, so I just moved the title box. Did you see that? I grabbed it, I moved it, I don't like it. Here's this fancy little undo button. Just, boop, and it undoes whatever your last boo-boo was. Griffiths, Griffiths. IFFIS, Sculpture Park. Okay, so let's take a look at my slide here. I've got my title page. I've got my introduction to my 3 regions. Then I have my 3 regions, Greater Niagara and my 3 places, Finger Lakes and my 3 places, Chattawaka, Allegheny, and my 3 places. Now, when I think about my papers, I've satisfied my introduction planner, which is up here. I'm satisfying my body 1, my body 2, and my body 3. And now all that's left is the My Home. So I'm going to add one more slide. And I'm just going to call this My Home. And I think I'm going to change it up a little bit, but just for right now, I'm just going to call it My Home. Okay, so here's the basic layout of how I'm going to create my slideshow. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to start to add in pictures, type in information. So I'm talking about my regions of New York here. New York State is divided into regions, and a region is an area of land. I chose to focus on the Greater Niagara, the Finger Lakes, and the Chattawaka, Allegheny. So I have a picture for the Finger Lakes region. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for the Greater Niagara region. So I can choose to do 2 different things. I can choose to insert an image and search the web right here in the program, in the Google Slides. So I'll just type in Niagara Falls. And look, I get this beautiful choice of pictures here. I'll find, look at this one. It's got a rainbow and everything. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to click it. I get a check, and it says that I have 1 picture selected, and I'm going to choose to insert it. And just give it a second, and there it is. Now, it's way, way too big for my slide, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these little squares in the corner, and I'm just going to shrink it down. Click and drag. When you get the 4 arrows like that in the center of the picture, it will let you grab the whole thing, and I'm going to bring it over into the Greater Niagara box, and then I'm just going to shrink it down just a little bit more so that it fits inside of its area that I've given it. And I'm going to line it up with my Finger Lakes picture just like that. Now, I will go in and look for a picture for the Chattawaka Allegheny region. I don't know if something like this is going to pop up in a Google search, but I can always search for something that is in that area. So if I wanted to look up the Griffith Sculpture Park, for example, I can insert an image. I'll search from the web, and now I'm going to look for, oh look, and Griffith Sculpture Park actually pops up in my search. And here are some sculptures from the park that I had intended to visit. So I like this one. It looks really great. I'm going to click it and insert it into my slide. And there it is. If you like stuff like this, Griffith Sculpture Park is really far, but you can go upstate. We have one here in New York. I can show you guys some other time. It's really beautiful. I'm just going to shrink this picture down, and I think that looks really great. Beautiful. All right, so I have my regions and my 3 beautiful pictures. I'm not going to worry about transitions right now. Those are those fancy things that happen when you look at my slideshows at school. We can do transitions later after we put all the information into our slide. So here's my introduction. And now I'm going to focus on my Greater Niagara region. I said it's located in the northwest corner of the state. The Greater Niagara region has amazing outdoor activities and so much to see and do. Because remember, we're trying to convince people to come and see these places. All right, the Wild Center. It's located in the Adirondack Park, which is the biggest natural park in the lower 48 states. It has 115 acres of outdoor hiking, canoes, snowshoe, paddleboarding, wild pines play area, and so much more. So now I'm pulling my Niagara body planner and I'm looking at more details that I had written down for the Wild Center. I have one more piece of information. So I'm going to click my text box and I'm going to say that the Wild Center offers animal encounters. So now I got this piece of information while I was on the Wild Center website, but that's all I wrote down because I was just taking notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new Google search bar and I'm going to search the Wild Center at Tupper Lake because I know that's where it is. And I'm going to come over here to the Wild Center and go to their website. So now I'm just going to look for a little bit more information, a little bit more detail that I can put in about those wild animal encounters. I found it down by here, inside, animal encounters. So let's click on that. Okay, so there's ways of knowing, there's exhibits, behind the scene tours, and here animals. Every day, our naturalists bring animals into the Big Wolf Great Hall for animal encounters. That's what I want to learn about. I have this really awesome picture of an animal encounter with me and Callie at the zoo. This huge owl that's like probably as big as she is, and it's just looking at her like, I want to eat you for lunch. Okay. Home to more than 900 Adirondack animals, otters, porcupines, owls, snakes, freshwater fish. Oh, look at the little otter. He's so cute. Okay. Otters and porcupines. Let's see. Bring you up close and personal with snakes, turtles, blue jays, owls, porcupines. Daily schedule to see who's being featured. Okay, so it sounds like it changes and it matters what day of the week and what animals you get. So I'll come back over to my slide. So I'll say the Wild Center offers animal encounters. You could get the chance to be up close and personal with an otter, porcupine, owl. She's missing her grandma. Oh, poor Poppy. Poor Princess Poppy. Sorry, guys, we're watching Trolls. The Wild Center offers animal encounters. You could get the chance to be up close and personal with an otter, porcupine, owl, or what else did they say? Oh, let's see. Otters. Did I say otters? I did, right? Yeah. Otter, porcupine, or oh, here, look. Turtles, blue jays. Or turtle. So great. So I put 3 little pieces of information about the Wild Center in here. And now I'm going to go kind of search for a picture. So since I'm on their website and I'm talking about their animal encounters, I'll try to find a picture that talks more specifically about that. So like this picture, for example. So you have the woman with the owl and the kids around her. That would show an animal encounter. Let's see. Sometimes that's a great picture too with the owl in the middle. Sometimes if you go to like a section about us or our work, you'll get pictures of exactly what you are looking for. So here I got animals for our visit, and it brings me back to the animal encounter. So I think I liked that other picture right here. So I'm going to right click it and I'm going to save image as, and I'm just going to call this animal encounter. And like I said, I like to save it on my desktop. There it is. So now I'm going to come back to my slide. I'm going to insert image from my computer, and animal encounter is right here. And I'm going to hit open. And there it is. I'm going to shrink it up. And sometimes I like to twist it a little bit because it gives it that kind of like, ooh, wow. So maybe I want to stick my picture there. Maybe I want to stick my picture more like over here. There is a way to wrap your text around format options. Let's see. Adjustments, recolor. It's been a long time since I did all this kinds of crazy stuff. Sometimes, it's just a matter of finding it. It's a little different when you work with it's different when you work with PowerPoint. We can come back and look for it later, but there's a way to wrap your text around your picture so that the text comes here and then like up and around so that you can keep reading the text. Let's see. Send backward. There's my text. But then there's also a way to wrap it instead of doing what I'm doing right now, which is just changing the text. See? Kind of goes around the picture. And now I'm just going to make it so that it doesn't double out like that. Located in the Adirondack Park, which is the biggest natural park in the lower 48 states. It has 115 acres of outdoor hiking, canoe, snowshoeing, and paddleboarding. And you could get a chance to be up close and personal with an otter, porcupine, owl, or turtle. There we go. Look at that. Ta-da! Cool, right? So now I can decide that maybe I want a different font, and I can come up here and change it. Maybe I like that Pacifico. Change your font. Move it around. Maybe you want this. Maybe you want a different color in the background. You can do all those things. Maybe I decide that I want to change it up a little bit like that and put a color in the background. You could do that. Maybe I want, my type to be white because it stands out better. You could do that too. Whatever you guys want to do. Change it up. Now I'm going to come over to my Lockport locks. My strategy for doing this would have been the way I made all my slides and labeled them first, and then go back and put my information in, and then go in and add all these colors and changes and stuff. I like to get the information in first, then go back and edit and make it special and pretty. All right, now I'm going to come over to my Lockport locks and Erie Canal tours. So what do I have about the Lockport locks? My information says that there are more than 3 million gallons of water that fill the locks and raise the boats 50 feet up to the docks. You get to pass under the upside down bridge And the widest bridge in the United States. And that's 399 feet. So I only have 2 details here, and I'd really like 3 because 3 seems to be our magic number. 3 regions, 3 places to go, 3 fun facts about your region. So I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to check out my Erie Canal and Lockport locks. And I'm just going to go to their website real fast, and I'm just going to look for something else interesting that I can put in my slideshow. And I'm also looking for something that maybe there's a picture on their website that I think is really fantastic. So let's see. About Us is usually a really good place to start because they have the best pictures. It's the ones that are going to be really exciting and grab the attention of the person there. So let's see. Like that's a really nice photo here. So let's click here. I really love this photo, this animation with the picture, and so I'm definitely putting that one in. I'm going to hit save image as, and I'm just going to call this, they call it map with logo. I'm going to call it map with logo. And I'm going to hit save, and maybe I'll look for one more picture. Oh, see, this one's really nice too. Okay, so it's a, oh, here, look, a 363-mile waterway. That's good to know. 3 million gallons of water. I talked about that. This is the widest bridge. Let's see what's over here. 47-foot dock. That's talking about the boat. That's a really cool picture too. You could see the boat inside the lift. I'm just looking for a great picture that I really like. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with one of these. Save image as, and the boat's lowering. I'm just going to save it. And I'll just, ooh, maybe that one's even better because you could see the door open. I'll save that one too. You never know. Maybe I'll change my mind. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this right here, that it's a 363-mile waterway between the Hudson River. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my slide. And it's made up of, how many miles did we say? 363. 363 miles of water between the Hudson River and Niagara. And now I'm going to go to put some of my pictures in. So here's something cool about your slide. When you're working in a slide like this, you can come up and look at right here is the theme. So the theme is going to have that pop out on the right-hand side. That's how we chose this green one here. They call it Beach Day. When you're already in your theme, you can change your layout. So your layout is different ways that you can set up your slide inside your theme. So if I want to talk about Lockport locks and I wanted a kind of different layout, I can come over here. So if I wanted a title and maybe 2 columns, I can get this and text. Or, I'm sorry, a picture and text. Totally your choice inside the slide. So like right now I'm doing text and body. Here's title and 2 columns, and you can even switch it. You don't have to have your text here. You can put your text over there and have your picture on the opposite side. Your choice. I think I'm going to put 2 different pictures in because I liked them so much. So I'm going to insert an image from my computer that I already saved, and that was the map with the logo. Nope, there it is. Okay, so here's our map with our logo. And I'm going to shrink it up and put it up here. And then I'm going to put
this one.
One more. I liked that last one, the boat's lowering.
Get this out.
Just a second, please. And I'm going to put that there. And you just kind of like move it around, change things how you want to change things, rotate them, one here, one there. See, this would have been better if the picture had been shorter. I don't know if, and then I can just delete that in the background. I don't need that box at all. So, however you want to work it. You can put it over here, bring this one over here and make this one smaller. Anything you want to do. That one looks kind of nice. Maybe I could even put something right there or something right there. And then I've been going with the colors in the background. So I just go to background and I choose my color. I'm choosing a gradient and I'm going with that one. And then you hit done. I like my text in white because I found that writing in the white on the green background looks better. And that's just playing with your slide. And then I'll move on to Maid of the Mist. And for my details for Maid of the Mist, I have that it began as transportation in 1846 for people, luggage, mail, cargo, and was even big enough to fit a stagecoach with a horse. I also have that in 1848, those are rubber bands. In 1848, a suspension bridge was built. Which put the Maid of the Mist out of business. They instead, forgot my A. They instead opened as a sightseeing adventure. So they built a bridge and then the boat was no longer needed. So instead of getting rid of the boat completely, they chose to keep it as a sightseeing adventure. The Maid of the Mist is really exciting. Could do again, two facts. I'm gonna go back and look for a third. I know I'll look up Maid of the Mist facts because I know there's something insane like how many gallons of water are dumped out. See, like here, Niagara Falls facts. So this is kind of fun because this will have to do with the Maid of the Mist. So I'll just kind of cruise through here trying to find something that's here, 600,000 gallons of water. So something like that is fun and nice to put in over 6,000 gallons of water flow over Niagara Falls. Each, did it say second, minute? I can't remember. Every second. Wow, that's a lot of water. S-E-C-O-N-D, second. Whoa, I'm going to put some exclamation points on that one. Whoa. All right, so Maid of the Mist. Let's see. I really liked this whole like picture on one side, text on the other. So what I'll do is I'll come over here to my layout again, and I'm going to choose the title with 2 columns, but I want to switch them. I want the text over here. So I'm just going to cut my text, and I'm just going to paste it over there instead so I can move it around. And then I'm going to come up to Maid of the Mist and find an awesome picture to go along with my slideshow. I want that to be me. I want to be in the crazy blue raincoat and get water dumped on me. It looks fun. All right, let's see. Tourism information. Yeah, this is not working. Okay, so let's go to Maid of the Mist on Google. And let's hit images. There we go. All right, so let's see. Let's look for something awesome. Oh, here. See, like this one says Maid of the Mist. It actually shows what I'm talking about. So I'll probably choose this picture. I'm going to save image as. They call this Maid of the Mist boat ride, see Niagara. Okay. Hit save. And maybe one more, like, really awesome picture. Like, look at this. Look at that tiny little boat sailing into the falls. It's wild. This is so cool. I hope I get to do this. I hope you guys get to do this. Let's see. I like this one. I like rainbows. You know, I'm with that one. All right. Save image as. And this one's called Hero Made Image. Okay, save. And come back over here to our slides. And I'm going to delete this text box because I don't need it after all. And then I'm going to put my pictures in. Insert image. And I'm inserting this Maid of the Mist and this Maid of the Mist. So I hit both those arrows and I open it, and it's going to give me my 2 pictures. Here's the Maid of the Mist. Oh, it gypped me. It didn't give me my second picture. Insert image from computer. I don't know which one it was. I think it was this one that I need. Yeah. All right, shrink that up. And there she is, that beautiful Maid of the Mist. Ta-da! And then I'm going to put my my background color again. Done. So there you go. So I've put together the rest of my introduction page, and I've put together my greater Niagara region. I put together my Wild Center, my Lockport Locks and Erie Canal tours, and my Maid of the Mist. So I'm going to sign off now and let you guys work on your own. I will go on and make a video about the Finger Lakes region. I'll make a video about the Chattawaka Allegheny region, and I'll make a video about my home. And then we'll be all finished and we get to present our fabulous projects. I'm so excited. All right. Happy slide preparing, and I will see you at 2:30. Bye, guys.